So by now, you've probably at least seen the new planners on the shelves at major big box stores, and perhaps you've asked yourself, should I even buy a planner this year? I always start out strong, but then my resolve just melts away. Well, let me tell you, you are not alone. In fact, over 60% of planners end up in landfills before December. What? If that sounds like you are in the right place. Hey, what's up? I'm Kelly, and welcome to Cultivate What Matters. We help women just like you figure out what in the world really matters, and then we teach you how to go do it so you can live a life you love. In today's episode, we're talking about that limbo time between Thanksgiving and New Year's, where you're not sure if you should start a new goal or finish some old ones, or just coast until January 1st. You know what I'm talking about. So in this video, I'm sharing 3 of our best tips for ending and beginning your year well, plus a bonus tip at the end, so stay tuned for that. These tips will help you actually stick to your commitments and not be left wondering where your time went this time next year. But before we begin, let me tell you this. This is the place to be if you're looking to stick to your resolutions, finally do all those things you've wanted to do, and stop feeling like your days are wasted on trivial things that won't matter in the long run. Yes, it's possible to live a life you love today while building a legacy you'll be proud of in years to come. And it starts little by little, 1 month, 1 day at a time. But as you know, the end of the calendar year is pretty hectic. Holiday celebrations, travel plans, and family visits can kind of throw a wrench into everything you want to accomplish, right? Well, not exactly. I know it can seem that way, but you see, you've probably heard us say there's nothing magical about January 1st, and it's true. Yes, believe it or not, you can make progress on something, not everything, but something that matters to you right now in this hectic December month. You can get started on something that will set you up for success in January now, so that when all of your friends are making plans, you'll already be making progress. You simply cannot wade your way through December and hope, fingers crossed, for the best to come in January. But listen, I'm not telling you to lasso the moon while juggling a casserole, 50 Christmas gifts, and your car keys. Nope, because ending a year and starting a new one well doesn't work like that. So what is the secret? Here are 3 ways to end this year well so that you can start the new year well too. First of all, narrow your focus. Seriously, zero in. Around here, we're all about saying yes to what matters in each season. And so that means saying no to everything else. Just pick one small thing you can do and do that. Don't try to do it all because likely you cannot. So take a look back at some of your goals from the beginning of 2022. If you have Powersheets, this is a great time to flip back to your prep work on page 9 and take a look at what fires you up. Since you have a small window of time, choose something from that page only to focus on. Okay, second of all, remember how I said we like to say no to everything else? Do it, and do it big. Physically write down what you're saying no to. If you need some inspiration, we have a great free printable that will help you organize your thoughts. I'll put the link down below for you. So on this printable, you'll be able to quickly and easily write down what you want to focus on and specifically name what you're letting go of. Get gritty here, okay? Be honest. Write down hypothetical things like my in-laws' expectations if you need to, but also write down actual things. Maybe that's having a perfectly spotless house. No one's looking at your baseboard. Or maybe it's buying gifts for everyone. For example, in my family, we decided not to buy gifts for the adults because we already have everything we need. So I'm saying no to spending tons of time and money buying gifts for people who already have what they want. But these are just some examples from my own life. What matters is that you actually name what you're saying no to. And remember, we're talking about ending and starting your years well. So don't be afraid to say no to something now at the end of the year, but pick it back up in January. It will most likely be waiting for you then. Moving on to number 3, the third and almost final tip, but don't forget to stay for the bonus tip, remember. Okay, ready for it? Here it is. Give yourself a break. Yes, I said it. Give yourself a break. If you set out to have your kitchen repainted, but you haven't even chosen the color yet, it's okay. Give yourself grace in some areas, okay? Having a goal or dream ahead of you is fine, and it shouldn't make you feel downtrodden if it's not complete. Let me tell you what I mean. For example, can you repaint your entire kitchen before family gatherings this December? Likely not, because there's limited time. So why feel guilty about it? Because you can add a few new pieces of holiday decor, or freshen your look quickly and inexpensively in another way. Remember, if you cannot accomplish something you'd hope to already have done, it's okay. You can pivot, and that's great too. By the way, while we're on the subject, go ahead and add those things to your want tos on your 2023 Power Sheets on page 5 right now while it's on your mind. Sometimes just writing down a future goal helps you give yourself some grace in the moment. Want to know why? Because you know that goal is in a safe place and you won't forget about it. So that means when the time is right, it will be right there on page 5 waiting for you to tackle it again. All right, ready for that bonus tip I promised you? Before I fill you in, if you're enjoying this video, subscribe and click the little bell below so you'll be notified when our videos launch every Wednesday. When you do this, it helps us prioritize making more video content for you like this. Okay, so here it is, that bonus tip I promised. And yes, tips number 1 through 3 are awesome, but here's where we take it to the next level because I'm going to teach you the number 1 way you can round out 2022 and get a jump start on 2023 in the best way possible. You see, one of the biggest things you can do to move the needle on your goals with joy and not overwhelm is to set realistic expectations for yourself. So you'll want to do this sooner rather than later. You know, psychologists say that over 70% of successful people use this tip too. So can you guess what it is? It's a little thing called reflection. Yep, you heard me right, reflection. That means intentionally stopping to think about the good, the bad, the amazing, and the ugly. It means taking an inventory of what worked and what didn't work in 2022, and then making a plan to do more of the good stuff and less of the not so good stuff in 2023. Now, you might be thinking, okay, sounds great, but how do I do this? Where do I even begin? Well, don't worry, we've got you covered because thousands, literally thousands of women just like you are already doing this right now using this life-changing goal planner called Powersheet. In fact, right now, Team Cultivate just celebrated the past year and made plans for our next year together during our biggest goal-setting event of the year called Prep Week. During this very special week, we dug into our Power Sheets, which is a worksheet-style goal planner that helps you identify what matters to you in the big picture, create a realistic plan to make it happen, and celebrate all of your progress along the way. Want to join us? It's not too late. With your Power Sheets purchase, you get free access to our education platform called Goal School. And in Goal School, you'll find all of the videos, courses, and teaching you need to succeed with your Power Sheets and on your goal-setting journey. The best part is that you'll never be behind or without help because you'll have access to a huge library of trainings that you can watch anytime you want. So click the link below to shop for your favorite Power Sheets cover, and let's get started. Oh, and by the way, if you want even more goal-setting accountability, we have an amazing private community of premium members. I'll put a link for that too down below if you want to find out more or have an extra boost to get you where you want to go in 2023 because it's a lot of fun and it's really helpful. Now, I know it might feel scary to embark on a new life-changing journey, but don't worry. We'll be with you every step of the way. And on that note, if you have any questions, leave us a comment down below and a member of our team will be happy to help. Until next time, bye!